Greetings and welcome back to Chaos Gate Daemonhunters Execution Force. Today we are taking a look at the probably most infamous, in terms of artwork, assassin of all of the four, the Caledus Assassin. For some, relatively obvious reasons, she is probably the most affected in artwork. Not only is it her nice big shiny sword, but the extremely long ponytail reminds. Now that I think about it, Sea Viper from Street Fighter 4 probably copied that look. And the mysterious, what's it called? Neuro Shredder weapon. So anyway, the Caledus Assassin in Chaos Gate Daemonhunters is actually an extremely specialized unit designed to be the hidden vanguard of your force. That is because every single one of her ranged and melee attacks, not including grenades, ignore armor in all aspects, meaning she can literally one-shot Mythic Blight Haulers if you give her a strong enough weapon, which mine currently can, since Mythic Blight Haulers have 5 HP and 8 armor. If you give her a strong enough weapon and you get her high enough so that her boosted normal attack deals over 10 damage, she can probably take down a Hellbrute by herself. Any normal Plague Marine will also go down to her. And I think that is mostly it. I think there's a couple of lead Plague Marines that I've unlocked recently that are pretty tough. But anyway, back to the Assassin. As you can see, well, I just told you, she ignores armor on melee and ranged attacks. Although her Neuro Shredder only is usable 3 times per mission, it is an auto-hitting weapon, essentially a flamer, and has a pretty, a slightly narrow cone, although there is one version of it that you can buy that has a slightly wider cone, but I don't really like it for whatever reason. But let's take a look at her abilities, which is the most important stuff first. And most important, Polymorphine. When you use this, she will no longer reveal areas of the map beyond the vision range of your other knights. She will basically be walking around through the fog of war. However, she will tell you what enemies that get within her line of sight. She will show you what they are in a kind of a green wireframe thing. She can also pick up seeds, bloom seeds, and as well as Archaeotech caches. She can pick those up without breaking Polymorphine. Now, something you will know is that it's got a 2-turn cooldown. The Caledus Assassin works on a cooldown system and not on the willpower system. She doesn't have any, as you can see here. Cooldowns. Now, this 2-turn cooldown triggers once she leaves Polymorphine. So, what you want to do optimally is have her go into the enemy force ahead of everybody else and go out of it and hit somebody very hard and kill them. That will reduce the cooldown to 1 turn, and then kill somebody else. That will reduce the cooldown to 0 turns, letting you go into Polymorphine after attacking twice. That is the goal. However, there are some other tools that we need to look at. First, Poison Blades. Target an enemy at range 7 to deal 4 damage and to stun, armor, pierce. Now, look here. There is no AP cost. You can use this without using an action. So, in theory, you can pop out and attack with your melee weapon, with your melee weapon here, then use a Poison Blade, then hit again on another thing, and go back into Polymorphine technically. Now, Executioner. This execute really does mean execute. You need to do it on a stunned target, so this will rarely come into, play. And Instrument of Justice, whenever she kills something, all her cooldowns are reduced by 1. This gets very important, especially because this is what allows her to go back into Polymorphine after killing 2 things on the same turn. This also lets her use Poison Blades more often, and a bunch of other stuff that we're going to talk about right now. Now, Rate of Confusion. When you first unlock this, it only lasts 1 turn. At level 8, it goes up to 2 turns. But it disables ranged weapons. So this means no Plague Spreaders, no Poison Bolters, no Giant Plasma on the Hellbrutes, no ranged weapons at all. So this usually means that whenever you use this, and because it doesn't review her, they aren't triggered, and then you go into their range with one of your other knights, they will kind of panic, do their whole shuffle out thing. You can get in closer, get in a bunch of damage, and then on their turn, because their ranged weapons are disabled, they will usually either try and walk forward and stab you with their knives, which is really not that dangerous, or just spread out and hide, giving you essentially 2 whole turns of dealing full damage without any repercussions, which is really nice. Now, 3. Gauge vulnerabilities. Once again, this, as you can see, it does not cost an action and puts vulnerable on the target forever, as long as they don't resist it or get purified. This increases the damage the target receives by 2. So you could essentially, with your basic weapon, which I think deals 4 damage, I think? Or is it 5 damage? Can't remember. So go into the enemy formation, put this on the most dangerous enemy, then execute them, execute one of the compadres, and then go back into polymorphine, and they will never know what hit them. Really nice. As you can see, Death Strike here. Death Strike starts at +2 damage on base, which it isn't shown here. This increases to +3, and then later on it goes up to +4. For a total of 8 damage with her most basic phase sword. And I believe up to 10 damage with the most strongest version, which is 6 base damage, which is very strong. Hit and run, this is her movement ability, very strong. It starts at 6 squares and then gets 2 upgrades for 8 and 10 range. Very powerful. This completely ignores terrain. She can go through walls, over chasms, it doesn't matter. So generally, your turn 1 is going to be trigger polymorphine, and then hit and run forward, and then move again. And move again to get her into position. Really powerful ability. You can also use it in the pinch to get her out of danger. Then Silent Death. Yes, you are reading that right. She can literally destroy any Plague Marine unit instantly. Also any cultist and any Poxwalker or Blight Spreader or anything like that. So generally what you do... Oh, and as you can see... Let's see, active Silent Death. Now, this does not break polymorphine. You can do it while, well, essentially camouflaged. So, on one turn, you get into position. Turn 2, you kill something from the shadows. Then you kill another thing. Then you kill another thing. And go back into polymorphine. And yeah, she can kill a lot of stuff on her own as long as you have the time and tactical acuity to get into position. Death Strike, another +1 damage. It ups it to a total of +4. Hit and run, as I said before. Poison Blade, +1 stun. So if we go to Poison Blades, +2 stun. Now, this plus means that this has normally 1 stun. +2, that means it deals 3 stun damage. That is what it means. And then here we go, reduces the range of region by 2 turns. So if you're going into a big fight, very useful. +2 damage. +2 damage. Did we read that about +1 damage, +2 damage? I'm not sure if these are cumulative or if they represent the entire bonus that we can give them. Let's see. I'm actually surprised there's no way to look at Death Strike. There really isn't. Well, there might be. And finally over here, it reduces the cooldown of Silent Death by 6 turns, which normally it is, as you can see, 18 turns. So -6, it becomes 12. Very strong. And then this lasts for an additional turn instead of the 1 more turn. So at level 9, which honestly is pretty easy to get her there, you can go into an enemy formation. Now, does there any confusion? It does not take, but it does. This does break polymorphine. Oh no, it does not break polymorphine. It does not take an action. So you get into the enemy formation, you mark a target with exposed, you use this, you kill somebody, then on the next turn, you get your knights in position, and then you have them trigger they've been discovered thing. They'll move around, she'll auto-attack somebody, then she goes in, kills one, kills another, gets back into polymorphine, their ranged weapons are disabled, and you can just go in with absolute impunity and completely destroy them all. So very strong. However, not so strong against bosses, lone bosses, because against lone bosses, she relies on her hit and run ability to get back into safety after dealing damage, which is kind of dangerous. So against bosses, you might want to bring the Caledus Assassin or even the Vindicare. Now, let's talk loadout, shall we? As you can see, we've got lots of options of sorts. I decided for this one. It has 5 damage, 75% chance to parry, which is very powerful in case we do get into a melee scuffle. And it's got 10% crit. Now, as you can see here, we can give it 2 upgrades that give it plus 2 uses of per turn on this parry, which can be useful. And we can eventually upgrade the damage from 5 to 6. Can we do that now? We cannot. So this is the one I went with. However, there's a couple more options at max rank. This one, as you can see, 5 damage, 100% when it executes, remember, execute literally means hitting a stunned opponent in melee and hitting the execute option. 30% crit is okay, but you can't rely on crits as part of your strategy. And that's your 6 base damage, going all the way up to 7 with an upgrade. And this has +4 damage on the Death Strike. Ours currently has only +2 damage, upgraded by our abilities. So this one here cannot crit, but has very high base damage. Let's see, anything else we have here. If somebody moves next to her, it gets stabbed. I'm not sure if this triggers while in polymorphine, so I'm not sure on that. Let's see, this is the weaker version of that other one. And this one here, auto righteous. When it crits a target with a melee attack, 25% of the game 1 AP, 50% with upgrade. And this goes to 25, so not really that reliable. And then in the ones we've got just a parry, we've got high damage, no crit, and 1 crit damage, 10% crit. So that's why I went with this one. Now, Neuro Shredder I have not upgraded at all, but let's take a look at what options we have. So the standard one is an 8 range 15 degree arc, which is pretty slim, honestly. And it has a immobilist for 1 turn, kind of nifty. But let's take a look here. Let's see, standard is 3 damage, this goes up to 4. Plus 2 damage against organic targets, this includes all Plague Marines. And same immobilize, same range, and same ammo count. This one's got, a longer range, less damage though. But they suffer bleed for 2 turns. Not really convinced on this one. Although he can paralyze for 2 turns though. This ups the damage, very nice. I think this one's still currently my favorite one. 8 range 30 degree arc, very nice. Plus 2 range. And plus 15 arc. So this is basically anti-mass or anti-poxblocker swarms. This one, afflicted target cannot trigger their auto abilities. That is not bad, but not that useful. Well, it is useful, but not that critical. Plus 1 damage against organic targets. And the rest are just basically worse versions of the ones up there. So I'm definitely thinking this one, which is her main use, is definitely the way to go. And Sin Skin Glove, the one I went with is this one because of this. As I mentioned earlier, her main role as a user is that she goes into the enemy formation, this debuffs and instantly kills, and then does her best to kill 2 targets within 2 turns. If this procs, we now have 4 actions that we can use to kill 2 targets and then go back into polymorphine. Really nifty stuff. It also came with +1 move speed and an upgrade for another +1 for a total of +2. And since you want her to get her into position as quickly as possible and you waste the very first turn in getting her into polymorphine, this helps make up for that. It also allows her to get in range to kill things, well, with her melee attacks, which is what you want to do. So, is there anything else? Wargear slot, nothing particularly useful. So, without further ado, let's go into a mission and see what we can do with her, shall we? So, where are we? We are right here. What is this? We need to go there and deal with that. That one's only got 1. That one's going on 2. That one's going on 1. Yep, we need to go deal with this to stop it from reaching 4. The higher this is, the higher the difficulty of the mission goes. Ooh, what's this? Oh, we researched some purification. Nice. So these here are to reduce the cost of purity seals on our weapons. Let's see. We went with red because red is the most difficult one. We don't have many of these. We actually have 0 of these, so we can't start anything there. But what I want is this. +1 stratagem use and +1 stratagem use. So we are going down this, and this is +1 stratagem slot. Where the Emperor? Let's see. This one requires 2 of those. Easy enough. 3 reds. Oof. Yeah, I think we're going down. We're going to start researching that. Back to the map. Okay, difficulty high. We've got these guys, which are slightly tougher. 4 enemy reinforcements. Seek and destroy the bloom spawn. 9 enemies with wheeling weapons. That should be very doable. Before we go in and not know what we're up against, let's save. We should be able to pull that off. She is coming with us. Our Apothecary is only at -3. Let's see. I know I've got 2 Purgators that I'm working on. This is only a high, so I think we can bring him along. And Iolanthus is almost at level 9, I believe. Yep, 400 away from level 9. Stratagems, yep, start with that one, and then in case we have Prognosticar, which we really do these days. And I don't think we are completely blighted on this level, so we should be able to use both of them. So let's go do this.
We must destroy its source below.
Okay, this is not a timed mission, thank God, because I hate those timed missions, they're annoying. So go into polymorphine. Nice, we got the fancy animation. Unfortunately, it's always a Poxwalker. We never see anything else, which is kind of disappointing. But let's see, where are these bloom spawns? Yep, that one's always there. And then that one all the way over there. And that one down here. Yep, okay, I know this map. We start from the top and work our way down. So hit and run all the way over here. Yep, she gets really fancy with that. And move her all the way over here. Nothing in range means the rest of the guys can come in and not have to worry about proccing any patrols. Oof, we are suffering 25 per turn? Ugh. That's kind of nasty. Okay. Oh, and I know what this one is. Okay, what do we have here? We've got the Ritual Cultist guy. We've got a Terminator. Yep, Terminator. We've got a Plague Marine. And really, only that? Yeah, only a Terminator, the Cultist Caster, and the 2 Plague Marines. So our plan here is to showcase what she can do. Plague Marines, 14 HP. They've gotten quite tanky recently. Oh, there's what we're looking for, 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the guys all the way over here, but not trigger them just yet. Rugen's got 17 range on his weapon, which is pretty crazy. As you can see, just out of range, which is what we want. Okay, so our plan here is to kill the caster because he is the target. Come here. And then you're going to instantly kill the caster. Thank you very much. Goodbye. And just like that, we've eliminated one of the bloom spawns. We have 2 actions left. These things have 6. Interesting. Actually, and then we're going to expose the Terminator.
They will fall quickly.
And then we're going to disable everything they have, unless they resist it. Nice. Okay, that's everything resisted, and as you can see, all that, and still 2 turns left, 2 actions left. 14 though, if we could do this... She does 11 damage with her Death Strike. Not enough to kill it, unfortunately. He's got 10, so we can kill that guy. And then throw this at one of these. Hit it in melee again. But no, we only have 2 actions left. I don't think it's possible to get... Oh, hold on. That is 3 damage on 15. We can try it. And if our armor procs giving us an extra action point, it will work. But the other part is that because there's nothing left here, and they're going to trigger and walk away, she should be safe. So we are going to trigger them now. Death Strike to kill that guy instantly. Come on, get in action. Get in action.
What's this? The Emperor's dogs?
Did you get an action back? Did you get an action back? She did. Yes, perfect. Now, so we are back to 3 actions because, well, we procced him. So what we can do now is just eliminate this guy because he has his ability that this, but she is immune to autos, as we can see here. She deals 7 damage. Unfortunately, Death Strike is on cooldown, so we wanted to kill that guy, so hit him with the Poison Needle. That'll make him weaker. Can we hit both of them? We cannot. He is fully behind cover, which sucks. But we can hit one of those, which is definitely useful. But I don't think we need to, honestly. We've got the rest of our knights here that are going to come this way, so let's just kill the guy. Ooh, nice, and we got a critical. Unfortunately, we don't do extra damage with criticals, which kind of sucks. And he has no seeds to extract. 2 actions left. Kill him.
A just end.
And she's got an action back. She could go back into polymorphine, but I think what we're going to do is just go in and, whoop, slap him silly. Unfortunately, he is fully behind cover, which really sucks.
What is your will?
So instead, we're going to have Iolanthus come in and disable his ranged weapon.
Your end is near.
Nice, disable ranged weapon, plus 1 stun, afflict bleed. And I don't think she can finish him, unfortunately, so we're just going to have it go back into polymorphine. Avoid getting damaged because, yes, she only has 9 HP at max level. She doesn't gain any bonus health. See, he can go there. He can't shoot him, unfortunately.
What is your will?
And we've got these that's coming in this turn, so we'll just overwatch this. Yes, like that.
At once, Commander.
He's got 2 left. Oh, perfect. We can just smack him from there. Critical?
Aye, sir.
Nope, no critical. But good enough. He's going to try and stab Iolanthus with his knife to disrupt him. Yep, there it is.
Pathetic.
Nice. We blocked his exit. Oh, hello. A bloat drone. Well then. This is going to be fun.
Your orders.
Oh, we can possibly execute him. Yep. He's in execute range. So we're going to leave him there.
I am here to serve.
That only hits that guy, which really sucks. So instead,
At your command.
let's get Rugen within range.
At once.
And let's get rid of his serrated blades.
You will fall.
This shredding blades. I honestly don't think he will survive this turn. He will not survive this turn. And down you go. And that handles that. Hit that to get him out of cover. Just like that.
I must rearm.
And now we execute him.
Being judged. Yes, Commander.
And finish him off.
Reload required.
He needs to reload. And she can come here. Still no death strike, which sucks. Let's hope she gets her extra action. She did. Perfect. I get rid of one.
The Emperor judges all.
Another falls to the Knights of Titan.
I don't think we need to do anything particularly fancy this turn. Just get into range and finish it off. Well, no stratagems for the next 5 turns? Okay, good thing we don't rely on stratagems for this mission. Iolanthus, go smack that one. Oh, perfect. Critical.
No demon shall avoid its fate.
Perfect.
Enemies destroyed.
Waiting for your orders. They will pay me no heed.
And now hit and run. There's probably going to be a patrol in here. There usually is one. Okay, now we can't teleport down just yet, but if we have Iolanthus get us line of sight down there.
Praise the golden throne.
We cannot. Okay, looks like she needs line of sight to wherever we are pointing her to.
Enemy contingent located.
Yep. There it is, exactly as expected. Guess we won't be using that in this turn. We can do it there, though.
Kill them. Quick, quick.
And then let's get her over here to go through the door and tell us what's inside. Let's keep our knights together.
Moving now.
Oh yeah, and we've got this one over here that we gotta deal with, so instead of going that direction, let's stay on the high ground. Obi-Wan Kenobi should be proud of us. Okay, that patrol is coming this way, but we can ignore it for now.
I am here to serve.
Get back on the high ground. Let's move these guys first.
Yes, sir. Praise the Emperor. Yes, sir.
And now our little assassin come all the way over here. We don't want to proc it just yet. And we're also getting rid of the Imperium Surge.
Ready to kill on your command.
This should... Oh, this will tell us exactly what's available, what is there. Okay, what do we have?
Nearby.
Looks like we've got one of these demon guys. I forgot the name. Plague Bearers. We've got a Plague Marine with a Plague Spreader. Yep, there it is. Another... Yep, a normal Plague Marine. 3 Plague Marines, a Plague Spreader, and this guy. Okay. That is fine, but we do not want to proc them just yet.
Moving out. Ready to serve. Here.
If we go any closer, we run the risk of proccing them, so that's all the movement we will do. However, he does have this, which afflicts a bleed, and something I learned is Plague Marines usually have an ability to heal themselves. They usually do. Overwatch, disorderly resilient, immune. Apparently this guy does not have that ability, but some of them have the ability to go into cover and heal up. But if you put bleed on somebody and you don't trigger them, like they don't know you're there, they will just eat the bleed completely and never heal, and that gets pretty awesome because you can kill things without them knowing you were there. Fortunate, we need to get closer.
With haste.
Ah, we procced him. Oh well.
Faithful are here. Ready yourselves.
This pack isn't particularly Oh, there we go. A Plague Doctor.
A favorable position.
So that's still got only 3 turns left. Okay then. Let's see. He's got 16 health, but very little armor. This is the guy we want to kill. So what we're going to do is we are going to move up here. Disable all of the range of all the important people there.
Illusion reigns over feeble minds.
Perfect. Let's see, then this guy's got only 12 HP. We can expose him,
Topple the walls of empire.
and that should allow us to kill him with Death Strike. Indeed we can. And then this guy's got 16 HP, so with a little help from Rugen, she can kill him and head back straight back into polymorphine.
For the Emperor.
We even got a critical. She doesn't do 8 damage though, unfortunately. But she does have her poison knives available.
Service.
So just Death Strike that guy before he starts his ritual.
No refuge.
Nice, we got that.
Aim for the eyes.
Do that. Go in and kill him. Oh, right, I forgot he did that. Well then. Let's get her out of harm's way, shall we? Because I completely forgot he could parry that. See, this is a pretty nice spot. She's also got parry, and none of them have ranged weapons this turn. So let's just kill him.
Justice delivered.
Ooh, nice. So our mission is now complete. Let's see if we can hit a few people from there.
Yes, sir.
None of them appear to have resistance. Rather than weakened. Tainted Suns, disable range. No, I don't think any of them have resistance. This one right here. They do not, so this will just be free damage on all of them. Perfect. Let's get him, let's see, let's put him here. And then he will overwatch the stairs, making sure nobody hits harm.
To fire.
And Iolanthus, you and your big bulky Terminator armor. We'll probably just sit here. Hello, boys. And Overwatch here.
Ready to fire.
He ran away as we thought he would. Oh, come on. He's supposed to have disabled ranged.
Advance with enduring. Position. Foe wounded. I sense the enemy converge.
Oh, one of those guys. Those guys are annoying. But it could be worse, though. Okay, so since she's already out of polymorphine, let's use this opportunity to kill that guy and then kill that guy. Because we might as well. I mean, Iolanthus does need some experience, and then that strike, it's still not out of cooldown. That's still on cooldown. We can kill something, but we definitely want to save that. Let's see. Oh, we could do this. Let's just hit him twice.
No reprieve.
Holy plague will heal you.
The final judgment.
On the way.
Hello. And we do 7 damage. Smack, just like that.
Unleash me.
Let's see, let's put him there. See if we can delete these guys as well. We can. Let's just make sure he does not have resistance. Perfect.
Face the Emperor.
Perfect. That is 4. For 4 turns, they are bleeding for 4 damage, 3 damage, 2, and 1. Which I believe is a total of 10 damage that they will suffer from bleeding. So, and if they don't have a way to heal, that is basically their end. Let's put him there. We could give him that, but I don't think we need to do anything at the moment.
Trained and ready.
Just move there. Oh, good thing we put that before they gain resistance. Oh, we have reinforcements. That's not nice. We might bring our assassin back there to deal with them. You can kill that guy. That guy's completely behind cover.
I am here to
Can you hit him? You cannot, so you will instead hit these things. Let's get you back over here.
In and out.
See, that's 1. That's 2.
Of course.
And then we'll have it go into polymorphine so we can ambush whatever comes out of this portal.
Taking a new form.
He's got 3 HP, so using him to shoot that would be a literal waste. Can you shoot him from here? With a Cybolt, that's fine. That handles that.
We are the hammer.
Iolanthus.
Let's have you hit what these guys. Hopefully you get a critical. You did not, unfortunately. He can just go there. We could hit that and that would kill him, but we really want to kill him is what we want to do. Go there. And Overwatch there.
At once, Commander.
And what do we do with you? Reload. And let's end the turn. Perfect. And what do we have? Only 3 Plague Marines. Oh dearie me. Let's see. You have 14 HP. You have 10 HP. So we can instantly kill you. 10 HP as well. Can we do this? Possibly. I don't want to waste that on these guys. Definitely not. So before we do that, let's see what else we can do. Oh, he can hit one of them for 6. Which would definitely put him in kill range. Come on, critical. Okay, that definitely puts him in kill range, so we can kill this guy with Death Strike. Just flat out.
No.
Will it proc?
Another devil
It did
down.
not, unfortunately. And then hit this. Ooh, nice. She's going to get a free turn from this execute.
Suffer for your sins.
Then she'll execute him. Get a free action. And then we can just finish off this guy. And just like that, with one shot from Harn, she handled all of that by herself.
My blade is yours.
Praise the Emperor.
Moving swiftly.
What are we gonna do with you? I think a grenade is in order. Oh, hold on. That's what we're gonna do with you. Slap. And he's out of ammo.
Need ammo. Armed and ready.
Well, that's pathetic damage. Oh, cloud of flies. That's what it is.
Standing ready.
1, 2. He cannot reach. So we might as well just stay here and kill these things. I said from here. Thank you very much. Perfect.
We are the hammer.
I am the Emperor's fury.
Nice. Critical? Yes.
No
Perfect.
fate.
And I guess we'll just Overwatch. He is immune and he got hobbled. And he's got 10 left, so one shot from Harn.
This one will.
Yes, Commander.
And Iolanthus finishes him off.
Down. Threat eliminated.
Perfect.
Ready.
Let's get you into polymorphine and scout out the final bloom spawn. Okay then, let's move you once.
Certainly. My
There we go.
movement found them.
And then head this way.
As ordered. Foes are near. Be ready,
Of course they are. You know what? Let's just get him a small heal.
My wrath is restored, brother.
Let's get you yourself a small heal. And he still has 3 actions because that is an equipment ability, not one of his. 1 reinforcement. We don't really care that much. We're going to kill the bloom spawn with...
Temple Caledus at your service.
This should tell us exactly what we're dealing with. Oh, we've got a Terminator, I think. No. Lord of Virulence, I believe. Yep, Lord of Virulence. Big belly. This guy has a very wide arc on his Plague Spreader weapon. As you can see, arc 60 at range 8, so it's really strong, and armor pierce. But the worst thing about him is this. All ally ranged attacks gain blood armor pierce. Insane ability, so he needs to do that quickly. But I think... I'm not sure if when we kill this guy, we will instantly end the mission, or if we have to survive. I think we just killing him will be enough, but she's on cooldown, so we're just going to wait. And I've already done this a few times. Putting them back there should not trigger them. Yep, there they go.
I am with you.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, let's get you in position. Just in case we actually need to kill everything. Well, we need probably to kill these things here. He's just there to perform a ritual and gain a ton of armor when we do that. So in that case, I think we'll... That would have been a... That means that was a waste. So let's just kill him. He's got 18. That's a lot. Ooh, these guys. Okay, these guys are an absolute pain in the butt. They're immune to psychic attacks. Played this right here. Immune to psychic, because that means anything that requires willpower, he is immune to. So I think we will actually kill him instead of them. So let's get you in there. 1 AP. Yep. Let's just kill you instantly. Just like that. And I think we'll do this now.
Ruination by a single hand.
And she should be good there. So what we're going to do now is get him over here.
Moving now.
Perfect.
I am here to
Get him over here. And then
Ready.
we want to kill this guy to avoid the rituals he can do. So I think we'll just have her there. Because they have the range disabled and they're being discovered, they won't actually attack. So this should allow us to finish this off.
Degenerate.
Hello. The game's trying to... When that happens, the game is trying to figure out what to do. That strike kills him.
The bloom threat has been purged. Return your squad and I shall attend to the remainder below.
A well-deserved death.
So yeah, we just had to kill that guy. So as you can see, Caledus Assassin, very powerful once you get her leveled up and once you learn how to use her properly, getting kills and basically resetting out her abilities and all that other cool stuff. Force Hammer. It's got a knockback, 2 damage, not that interesting. What is this thing? To purge them, that's kind of interesting. Could be useful. Actually, could be very useful. So, and this Storm Bolter for 10 for ammo. I'm going to choose 2 damage. Oh, it's got precision targeting. But it's only 4 damage, so it's kind of iffy. So I think I'll go with this since it only costs me 1 requisition. Iolanthus, can you level up? He could not. But Rugen did, which is very nice. Let's see, and we want this one, obviously. And this one, obviously. So we go for that. So, thank you for watching. And next time we will probably talk about the Vindicare Assassin. Vindicare. Now, he is actually kind of difficult to use because of the way he built, but we will look at that time, at him some other time. So,
Caledus.
thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.